I think that's a really good pick. I have my feelings about them bringing on established stars. I understand why they do it. I would rather they give their cast members a chance to shine, bring on new people. But I see the appeal of bringing on somebody like Jim Carrey to play Joe Biden. And I think Jim Carrey will do an excellent job when comes back October 3rd. Well, that's about 2 weeks from now. So unfortunately, we might not get to see Jim Carrey. God, where did I even put it? There's so much shit on my... There we go. So since it's like 2 weeks before Saturday Night Live comes back, we might not get to see Jim Carrey portray Joe Biden doing this cringeworthy shit. I can't believe this is real life.
One thing to say. Hang on here. I tell you what, if I had the talent of any one of these
So that
people,
was Joe Biden's attempt to appeal to Latinos in Florida.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
what,
thank you, thank
what nakedly open pandering that was. And not very successful either. And that song is, goddamn, that song is what, 5-6 years old now? I mean, it's not like you picked something current. God damn. I really wish Democrats would quit embarrassing themselves, because I don't want to defend them, and I'm not going to defend them. I'm going to mock Joe Biden relentlessly for doing stupid shit like that. That is why Democrats lose. Joe Biden is trying his damnedest to lose this election. It's his to lose, ladies. Right now, like all the numbers, everything, all along, this has been Joe Biden's to lose. And he is doing his fucking damnedest to try to lose this election like the fucking idiot he is. I know I give right-wingers a lot of shit, but liberals are fucking morons too. And Joe Biden is proving it. I can't believe he had the nerve to go out and dance like a fucking monkey to try to appeal to voters. Who told him? Who in his campaign told him that was a good idea? I don't know if that happened last night or this morning. I would think it happened last night. So this morning...
Hi, I'm Brad Callen, and in this video, I'm going to show you how
you
anyone can
motherfucker.
quickly and easily create doodle videos.
We don't do advertisements on my show. I made the pledge last show before last, that I would not. You make a very good point, my friend. They did not learn their lesson from 2016. That is completely obvious. And they have done nothing to try to excite their base. They have done nothing to try to drive out the vote. They aren't knocking on doors. That is something the Trump campaign is. The Trump campaign has said that they are knocking on 1 million doors a day right now. Joe Biden is knocking on 0. Fucking hope he wins, but he ain't fucking trying too hard. Holy shit. I'm not gonna vote for him. And like, clearly, it doesn't seem like he wants people to vote for him. He's not trying to make it an appeal. If playing a pop song from a few years ago and dancing to it is your attempt to appeal to voters in Florida, Latino voters that you need to win Florida, that is crucial. That is the only path that Joe Biden has to winning Florida. Now, he doesn't need Florida to win the Electoral College. But if he does win Florida, that means that he can afford to lose Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. But he's up in all those states. But I don't know if dancing like that doesn't lose you votes. Especially youth votes that are incredibly important. I don't know who that appeals to. Well, you're absolutely right about that, but as we've gone over on this show multiple times, the reason they didn't want to run Bernie was because if Bernie's apparatus took over the Democratic Party, there's a whole slew of contractors, lawyers, PR firms, a whole business that operates around these stupid-ass liberals. And if they ran Bernie has a different model. Bernie has a model of raising money from the people. Honestly, if Joe Biden twerks to WAP, I'll vote for him. You can be out there stirring the macaroni in the pot. I'll fucking vote for him if he does that. I've given Joe Biden multiple opportunities. I had multiple picks that he could have picked to be his vice presidential campaign, or his vice presidential campaign. I'm sorry, in case you weren't here at the beginning, I get stoned at the beginning of this show and then I ramble. I have a segment called Reefer and a Rant that we start off the show with. So I'm a little high right now. But I had multiple people like Tammy Duckworth. If you'd picked Tammy Duckworth, Tulsi Gabbard, that was never going to fucking happen. They were never going to pick Tulsi. I had a list of people that I would. Now, Tulsi might have been a defense secretary in a Bernie administration. And that's why, like, all the Tulsi stands out there, I was trying to get them on board with Bernie, because I'm like, if you want Tulsi to have a voice, like, the best shot that she's ever going to have of being inside the executive branch would be as, like, a defense secretary or an advisor to a Sanders administration. That was Tulsi's best shot. But anyway, back to Joe Biden. This morning we had the audio from his call with President Zelensky. No, Petro Poroshenko. And clearly I did not do any research before we came on.
There is a new government, and
that's another thing. This is my first time listening to this audio. We are all listening to this the first time together.
Prosecutor General. I am prepared to do a public signing of the commitment for the $1 billion.
Now remember, they're wanting to out.
Any corruption charges.
You are popping up, sir.
Any information about he doing?
Yes, there is a delay.
I especially asked him. No, it was the day before yesterday.
Now, what Joe Biden is asking for is to have a prosecutor removed that wouldn't prosecute the company Burisma that his son worked for.
The new prosecutor general is going to be critical for him to work quickly to repair the damage Shokin did. And I'm a man
so
of
they
my
were
word.
wanting what Biden was wanting was for the Shokin guy to investigate the company that his kid worked for, that was on the board of. So it's actually the opposite of what the Republicans have claimed is the scandal. They might be going over that in the text. This is the Guardian, New York Post. But yeah, the clips prove it. He's wanting to oust a prosecutor that wasn't pushing for an investigation into the company his kid worked for. I should have had the article handy. The original article, I want to say it appeared in the New York Times, and then the guy went to work for The Intercept. But the original article where he broke the story about Joe Biden meeting and trying to oust the prosecutor, he says that Republicans have misinterpreted it, that it's the opposite. So, like, you can go and he wrote that piece for The Intercept. The original story was in, like, the New York Times. But you can go read in The Intercept about the original reporter that did the story saying, no, Republicans have it completely wrong. The story was the opposite way. He was trying to get the prosecutor that wasn't investigating his son fired for a different prosecutor that would be tough on that company. So that's the audio. That's what everybody would assume is the smoking gun. Now that's going to be an issue coming up in the next month that they're going to make, is these investigations that they're doing into Hunter Biden. The Senate did something on that today. So they're gonna try to slander Joe Biden leading into the election. They've had this in the chamber ready to go for quite some time. But all they need to do, remember, like, it's not like they have to prove Biden's worse than Trump. They just have to prove Biden is corrupt too and try to disenfranchise the vote. They're going to throw everything at the fucking wall that they can. From everything with the post office to try to tamper with the mail-in votes. They're going to throw every legal challenge that they can after the votes are counted. God damn, next month. Oh, it's not even next month. It's the beginning of the month after. November is going to be a wild fucking month. October is going to be wild with the debates coming up. Oh, here's something that's going to, like, we're going to see the results of all this shit in the next month. So it turns out that it seems that COVID is running wild through the White House.
Less than 48 hours after President Donald Trump visited Sacramento, multiple White House staff members reportedly tested positive for COVID-19. The White House press pool was told about the positive cases today, but the Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, says he is not releasing any more information. It is not known if any of the staffers were on the trip to Sacramento.
So now, and that's also coming off the heels of the rally in Las Vegas that we watched the first little part of the other night, where all those motherfuckers were packed in there. This is insane. Like, he is doing, and remember, I brought up the ventilation. Like, just having these staffers in the White House, just being in rooms with people in closed-in areas. Like, Trump is doing his best to get the COVID. So, and that is another thing. October is going to be a shit show in terms of, like, I suspect everything will be shut back down, but I've made that prediction a couple of times. It's just like people just don't even care about the deaths anymore. Luckily, but it's been circulating among younger people mainly. So I don't know. The hospitals aren't as overrun as they were. It's more spread out also because it's going through rural areas now. So I don't... It's a slow burn. It's... Whew. But next month is going to be a shit show. So I wonder how close it's gotten, because they're being very, very tight-lipped about it. And shit. As long as we're on the topic of the COVID, right? Let's go ahead. I don't know if you guys might have seen this making the rounds on Twitter. So yesterday at a Target, these idiots just came marching through. And apparently these mask flash mobs are totally a thing now, and we're gonna start seeing more and more of them popping up. And why are they picking on Target though? Because this one that I'm getting ready to show you that happened just a couple hours ago also happened at Target.
All right, hit it.
Is there a, does Target have some kind of policy I'm not aware of?
All right.
What the?
We're tired of shopping with masks on, and now we're taking the masks off because we're done with it.
Holy shit! People are listening to these idiots and taking their masks off? What the fuck?
You're Americans.
Like a baby.
We're done shopping with masks. We're done.
That's it.
I'm assuming this was shot on a GoPro because you see the fish
If
eye.
we all unite. It's all about choice. Yeah, take it off. We don't need it.
Yes, your choice to get infected with a novel virus that never existed before.
We ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm just astounded. I don't have any jokes for this shit.
Take off your mask. Take it off.
And the sad part is this is going to cause other people to do it. We're gonna keep seeing these flash mobs in grocery stores and Target. Exactly. You don't have a choice to go against the store policy. This is a private business. And they have requirements. And that's another thing with right-wingers, man. Like, they'll come up with any fucking excuse to justify the execution of somebody by a cop. But man, they certainly want to break the rules whenever it's convenient for them. It's almost like it's not about authority. I wonder what D. Snyder thinks about this. I'm not familiar with him as of late. I don't know if he's like a Trump supporter or something. But like, I hope he's just sitting in his house going, God, motherfucker. I gotta use my phone. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for playing this fucking shit. Probably need to not lay out as much as I did. Make sure I don't get that copyright strike. They're still going. Okay, so like in schools 50, 70 years from now, are they going to be watching this shit, analyzing this? These people just reveling in ignorance. I love his hat though, I want one. Holy shit.
You have a choice. Take it off.
Oh man, don't go hugging the employees and shit.
Take it off.
Oh my god.
Take your mask off. This is America. We're done.
I guess we're gonna have to start.
It seemed like I would love to be able to go out, but I'm not going to go out while this fucking shit's going on. I'll keep Instacarting my groceries. You motherfuckers deal with that shit. I'm sorry for people that like don't have the luxury of sitting at home and waiting all this shit out. Because we live in America and not everybody has jobs where they can sit at home. All right, I keep getting tagged in shit. Let's go back to Facebook and see what's going on. Somebody's mad about me saying Jim Carrey was a good choice. What? What would I call Baldwin's portrayal of Trump? Captures his I didn't spell malignant correctly. Probably won't spell narcissism correctly either. Thank God for spell check. Narcosis. You'd think I'd know how to spell it when like I am one. What the fuck? Malignant narcissism and his I don't know. I'm gonna abandon this joke. I don't think I can pull it off. You guys saw me drop out. I'm usually not a quitter, but I couldn't finish that off. Let's see some. Oh yeah, over here on Ben Shapiro. Holy shit! All I said was Ben Shapiro is a hack. I've got 25 comments. Ben Shapiro is a hack. What the fuck? How did that start an argument? He's in a quest for the least amount of news. Read the article, you hack. I try to be a pro troll. What facts? What facts is Ben Shapiro bringing to anything? Let me debate Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro don't know shit about facts. Jackie Child's telling me I'm a nice person. What? Right-wingers love some Seinfeld. How did that one happen? Oh shit, I missed a call. I didn't hear it ringing. Hey caller, feel free to give us a call back. 917-830-4359. Usually there's a ringer on. I did that so I wouldn't miss calls anymore. Okay, here we go. Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol live. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Hey, what's going on?
I got a question for you.
Okay, hit me with it.
All right, so I'm sorry. Hang on a minute.
Oh, you're fine, man. Take your time. We're not doing a show here.
So what independent, or I should say, what right-winger do you think would vote independent?
What right-winger do I think would vote independent? What do you mean?
Yeah. I got it. 0. None. So
I would say.
So does that make independents right-wingers? I think so.
People that subscribe to like a libertarian philosophy, yes, they are coming from the right wing. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what you mean by like. There's a political spectrum, and like your beliefs kind of determine where you fall on the spectrum and the critiques that you have of the system, right?
Okay.
So you can be independent and not be part of the party. Like the Democrats and Republicans are both a right-wing party. You understand that, correct?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do you think third party would ever be like a fact other than just the Republicans won't vote Democrat or independent?
I would hope that, and I encourage everybody, like if you're out there and you're thinking about voting for Trump, please go vote third party. Go vote for Joe. Please do that. I'm going to vote for Joe. I would never in a million years vote for Joe Biden. Yeah. Oh, I forgot Joe Jorgensen. I forgot. There's 2 Joes in this race. I need to specify. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
I just feel like, that if you're third party, then you might as well be a Republican, because the Republicans are not going to vote third party. So you're taking away votes if you're libertarian.
You think I should vote Republican?
No. Republicans won't vote third party. They'll always vote Republican. So that takes away from Democrats.
Well, that the biggest bloc in America is the people that don't vote, right?
Okay.
So my suggestion would be for the Democrats to try to peel off the people that don't vote instead of trying to appeal to right-wingers.
Okay.
I feel like the Democrats and the Republicans are both courting the same voter.
Okay. So what you're saying is, though, is third party people, they just take away from one party or the other?
No. My position is, if you're listening to me, I'm almost certainly going to encourage you to vote for a third party, and I would encourage you to vote for the third party that is the strongest in your state. Now, I'm not a right-winger. I don't agree with libertarian philosophy, but I'm going to vote for Joe Jorgensen because I won't vote for Joe Biden third party. I feel that the two-party system is the biggest problem facing our country, so we need to break that. And since I live in a safe state, let me go ahead and say that as well. My vote doesn't matter one way or the other, so I feel very privileged to be able to go vote third party. If you're in a swing state, I'm not going to fault you if you think that Trump is so terrible that you need to vote for Joe Biden.
No, I am a ride with Joe person, believe it or not.
There are things I really like about Joe Biden, and especially Joe Biden as a person and as a character. But he has fought for 40 years against pretty much